Hello, everyone. We start a new week here at DatelineDrought.com, made possible by Genuity Drought Guard Hybrids. Well, 90 days ago, the U.S. Department of Agriculture was plugging in a yield per acre number on corn of 166 bushels. That was their assumption. Then, 30 days ago, they trimmed that to 146. By the time this week is out, what will the number be? 126? Or maybe even lower? No doubt, as the week continues, as we get closer to that Friday morning report at 7:30 Central Time, it will start to temper the grain trade a little bit with some evening of positions before that very key report is released. Before that, though, the guessing game continues, and some of the bears in the market are saying, wait a minute, all the bad news is here already. There isn't much more left for the bulls. And some analysts are saying, let's remember here, not the entire corn crop is decimated. One analyst visiting with me over the weekend on my broadcast on WGN Radio Chicago said, hey, there are some farmers who maybe very quietly will admit to you they have some good-looking corn on their farms. They just don't want to say it very loudly in this year of very dismal crop yields across a wide expanse of the United States. And then there's the question of how much better this soybean crop is getting from these rains. More and more are popping up with some generous amounts. Now, yes, there are spots still being missed, but I have to tell you, among my some 7,000 social media contacts are many farmers and farm wives, and they just lit up the social media over the weekend as the showers arrived at their farmsteads and brought some relief. So, will it mean that we have another week here, that the weekly crop bulletins will show stabilizing at least of the bean crop, or this week or next, is there the possibility that we will see the soybean crop has improved from these rains that, while they are not total in coverage, seem to be popping up on a more frequent basis? And then the discussion will start to swing toward demand, especially after the release of that report comes out on Friday. We'll start to look more and more at the demand and how much of it has been destroyed. And then there will be more discussion, no doubt, about the renewable fuel standard. It's not just a matter of if, some analysts are saying, but when the U.S. EPA takes action to waive the RFS. Already, 1/3 of the members of the House of Representatives have weighed in on this, saying there has to be some relief. And, of course, the livestock sector understandably continues to say we are getting pounded. We have to have some help here. So will all of this pressure result in the EPA taking action? The Secretary of Agriculture was asked about it as recently as Friday when he was in Ohio. Our colleague Andy Vance with Feedstuffs was there. He said the Secretary merely told that gaggle of reporters that it's too soon, that at this point we don't yet know the extent of damage to the crop. We will have a very good handle on that, of course, Friday, and maybe the EPA will act soon after that. But what happens when they do? We have economists at both Iowa State University and the University of Illinois saying we may not see the kind of relief that the livestock sector is hoping to see, even if there is a waiver of the RFS. A number of analysts have told me in the grain trade that, yes, there will be an immediate emotional reaction in the market. You will see it in the prices, but it won't change things that much in the refining, the blending that we see taking place under the renewable fuel standard. The RFS indeed set up this whole structure, but the infrastructure, if you will, is there now, and that mechanism will continue to work. The economist at the University of Illinois said it will probably take more drastic action to bring some relief to the livestock sector, things like some kind of direct payments to help them, or perhaps action to stem exports out of the United States, or perhaps some kind of a quota on usage of corn, whether it's in the processing industry of ethanol or some other area, quotas that would regulate that. None of those are very palatable from a political standpoint by all means. So what will happen? It's going to be so interesting to watch, and we pledge to keep you updated right here at DatelineDrought.com. Please check in with us often. DatelineDrought.com, made possible by Genuity Drought Guard Hybrids. I'm Max Armstrong, hoping you have a great week.